Hi guys, I'm back for this live special GxCoin. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. GxCoin ICO will be over in 2 hours, and everything so far is good. Close to 1,000 community member, people who actually own GxCoin, so it's very exciting. Thank you, guys, for joining us. I already see a number of participants. Hey Tanya, Beko, Daddy. I love this one. Here to answer any question, technical visions. What we're gonna do next? Hey Mike. I don't know. So many questions like what's going on if a business fail, what's going on if a business succeed, what's going on tomorrow when I go get my token, what kind of value can I expect, a lot of questions. Eden, here for you guys. We're gonna spend a lot of time together. Feel free to ask me any question. You can interact and also put comments, if you want to share something with the community, just shoot a text and I will be happy to read it if it's appropriate. If it's not. Can you discuss the equity backing the token from a valuation perspective? And after it's those online coin RBS. Okay, cool. Well, you don't have to be here. Okay. Nothing keeps them from making more. Okay, so let's talk about valuation. So most of the time when you have a coin, it can be a big coin, altcoin, like whatever you like. Valuation is based on scarcity and also on the use case. So basically, if you have a lot of transactions and you have a definite numbers of token, then you're gonna create surge and you're gonna create value. That's why gold is the best. Can print that. Actually, it's a good point about the gold. I don't know if I told you guys, in 2014 when I started on that, I was involved in a project called Orom, which was I was one of the founders. And the idea was to create a token based on gold, who you can exchange like a note over an electronic format, kind of like a modern token, The complexity with gold is like storage, and also proof of how you say that in English, la preuve de détention, proof of property. Having like a third-party escrow service and having like a storage costs a lot of money. Doesn't matter if it's in Switzerland or other. The difficulty also with I'm gonna answer this one. It's an interesting one. The other difficulty with gold is like gold have premium. So you take a coin of gold, like a 20 franc, Napoleon, or like another one. The value of this coin is not only this value on gold, the weight on gold, it's also based on a premium. So when the money, the coin is like stamped with like a country, on it, you get a premium. It's like a politic premium and also a manufacturer premium. So basically, when you buy a billion or when you buy a coin in gold, you not only just buy the gold weight. You buy a premium, and the premium can be up to 20%. So I think it can be a BS a little bit too. You talked to me and you guys asked me about like what will be the value in the near future. What will be the value of GxCoin? And I think it's a very, very legitimate question. So because this coin is not only based on use case and scarcity, is also based on assets. what do we believe is like the coin gonna appreciate. If I go back to my calculation, it's like we can, you know, we can like think it's gonna grow in a rhythm of 20% per quarter. It's not gonna be like 20% straight. You know, it's gonna be like maybe 10% and after 12%. But if you combine all this performance, I guess you can say the average will be 20% per quarter. The different motors who gonna make this happen are: one, dividend; two, you know, the profit when you sell the stake; and three, obviously the premium tied to the liquidity and also tied to the use case. So 20 times, not 20% per quarter in average, not 20 times. I wish, but no, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's not reasonable to think that. So guys, it's over in 2 hours. First SEO of Geneviève, GxCoin. Still here, live, to answer any question you may have. Hey, Drew Laugh. Any question? I'm curious also to know about what you guys think, you know. For example, what in your mind, guys, are the best, what's are the best underlying, you know, what's the best asset to back, you know, a cryptocurrency? I mean, it can be so many things. Why does it say Singapore? Do you have location? Well, that's a good story. First time I actually incorporate Geneviève, which is a company, was in Singapore in 2014, and that's why I say that, because officially we still have our office in Singapore, which is the headquarters. Since then, we also register in the US, in Utah, and also, you know, in Delaware, for some reason. People know that. And recently I get my e-citizenship for Estonia, which you know, gonna be the third location for the Geneviève project and GxCoin. By the way, just so you know, Singapore and Estonia will be, and maybe UK, the first countries in the world who actually create a state's cryptocurrency. Estonia is gonna win on this game, I guess. Will have their own crypto. Yeah, exact case. Estonia will have this own crypto, and like they're gonna win the game, I think, like, before everybody else. I do believe also that in Africa, that's why I'm very, very fan of Africa. Africa gonna also jump on the game, and a lot of pain in South America also too. Every of this country will have hard time with inflation, and inflation or deflation can happen too. I think crypto it's actually a very good solution to you know, get rid of all this problem and stabilize you know, monetary policy, and people cannot you know, short the currency so hardly. So yeah, thing to think about. But it's not that more easy for being to be triggered people. Oh, I see what you mean. You ask if it's not easier to try people with cryptos than it is with fiat. Yes and no. I mean, you're welcome to. It depends on the amount of money we're talking about, right? is only so much you can carry in fiat without being like taking apart. I mean, try to take an airplane with more than $20,000 on you. I think you will find surprising or competence there to catch you. To answer the question, best asset to back the crypto is FEF. Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the best example of that actually, you're right, trust. Trust, use case, ability to store value without too much volatility, and yeah, one of the best example of that is like, I don't know if you study that, but when Yugoslavia, like break in parts, well, those guys had to create like 3 or 4 currencies like overnight, and they create $1 billion value overnight by adding this currency on the market. And you're right, it's based on two things. It's based on use case and we can say FEF, but I will more talk about use case and community. If overnight you have like 10 million people using the same same medium of exchange, and you can prove that you have a use case, you create value overnight. I mean, think about the dollar, for instance. Any other question, guys? Is 10:12 Pacific time, and the ICO will be over in 1 hour and 45 minutes. So last call for the late people, and come join us. Come join us, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. I think it's gonna be a very interesting adventure for all of us. All about use case and all about like using crypto to actually achieve an economic and social goal. So I think it's very exciting. It is for me. Come on, guys, is 10:15. I'm kind of feel lonely. If you have some question to keep me awake, would be very great. Question or observation, or share your point of view or opinion. Question, for example, like if you have to tokenize something, what would be the first thing you tokenize? Mm-hmm. Please, not everyone in the same time. I feel overwhelmed right now. So yeah, guys, like let me know. Take us through tokenization. Legal question: how can your token avoid a role about private equity through investing? Well, I love this one. Well, yeah, I love this one. So when you do private equity, or most of the time you spend on due diligence and paperwork, legal paperwork, right? And it's so costly. Then to close a deal, I rarely see a deal close without like a 50, sometimes up to $100,000 bill from office attorney. And most of that is like because you need to file. You need to file with the regulator. You need to file with the city or the state, depending on where you are in the world. And it's like time consuming. Most of the time, it's like filing like some mistake on it and everything. What's going on is like blockchain solves the problem. You create, you create a token, which is a GX in l'occurrence, and you say, well, I give you, let's say you have a small business, you want to extend, I give you 25,000 GX. The quote is like 1 GX equal like $2. Let's say we make some profit already. And so basically you have a $50,000 value, on GX, and the small business, sign with us, our community, like a contract saying like, well, this is what I'm gonna do with this money, with steps, and we're gonna make a clear view of like this money get released through a smart contract every time you meet, a milestone, or every time you meet a metric. So it allows us to do something is like we don't have to like intervene in any way, and people get the money only if they do what they say they're gonna do. Also, in terms of distribution, is like it's super easy. The business I have to I have to pay dividend, prefer dividend, and clearly it's redistribute for all of us. The other part too is like you can decide to increase the value of the token, the GX, by operating a buyback, buyback participation, and you can also distribute dividends like we've been talking about to create some liquidity.